Hi everyone, my name is Aidan Martin with Film Mods, and today I'm going to be introducing you to my V-mount to tripod adapter plate, specifically for Blackmagic cameras. So the setup basically just allows you to adapt a tripod's Arca Swiss plate to a camera body's Arca Swiss plate, so that in between you will be able to set up any type of V-mount battery. So the issue with Blackmagic cameras and other fixed screen cameras is that's what it is their screens are fixed. So if you had a setup where you wanted to use a V-mount, you're going to have to put the actual V-mount battery typically behind the actual camera itself. This is going to allow you to put the V-mount battery directly under the camera, and now you will get access to your screen. This is good because now you're not going to need a monitor all the time. And if you want to have a monitor, then you can, but it's not necessarily going to be a necessity. Like with all my other products, for secure connections, I will use small little 1/4 inch threads, heat set pressed into the actual 3D printed part so that the actual tripod Arca Swiss connects properly. My thought when making this plate was I wanted to get back a little bit of speed while also reducing the overall footprint, and at the same time being able to connect with my shot a little bit more because I'm not worried about an entire rig on the actual back of the camera. With the amount of surface area the plate actually has, it's going to allow you to work with bigger cameras and bigger rigs, but any camera that doesn't have or does have a fixed screen is going to be able to benefit from this. Alright, enough introductions, let's get into the actual assembly. Alright, so it does take a minute to assemble, but once it's assembled, you never have to do it again. So here we go. So we'll start off with the bottom plate, and we will add our Arca Swiss. Again, we're using 1/4 inch thread heat set press into the actual plastic. So it is not going anywhere. First part done, and then we will add the actual V-mount attachment plate. I measured this so this would be a perfect fit. Tighten it up. Again, just bear with me, it does take a minute, but you'll never have to do it again. So that's the first part done. So now that we have the bottom part done, it's time to attack the top. We will use the actual female Arca Swiss attachment. Drop in a couple of these 1/4 inch nuts, some of the small ones, just these ones right here. Drop them in. And then really important, when you take whatever plate you're going to use, and you can use any plate really. In this case, I'll link in the description which one I actually did, but anything that's going to attach to Arca Swiss. So I'll flip it around, and you got to make sure that your actual tightening knob has to be on the outside of your plate. I'll show you. Because when I flip it around, that's what's going to tighten the actual camera body. Click it in. And now that you have the two pieces, top and bottom, you just got to attach them. You'll use a 1/4 inch bolt, I should say. Alright, so now that we have the unit itself together, it's time to add the V-mount battery, but before we do that, we got to add the actual camera. We'll take the dummy adapter and do a little bit of cable management work and just wrap the cable around. I'm thinking 4 times. Get it nice and close. 2. Nice and controlled. Loosen up the camera, snap it in. There you go. Nice and rock solid, it's not going anywhere. And then add the actual V-mount plate. There we go. And you know what, I'm thinking I might do one less. That's okay. So I gotta just do 3, I think. There we go. Boot up the camera. And there you go. All right, thank you guys for taking the time to watch this video. If you're interested in purchasing this product, it's going to be on my Etsy page, which I'll link in the description below. Thanks again, and I'll see you in the next one.